Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like and share as a comment. Like and share as a comment, guys. All right. Um, I'm in a different space tonight, hence why I'm in a different space, and the lighting here is not great, hence why my camera is off. And in case you hear like voices behind, there are children in this area. There's a cartoon playing, which I've actually tried to ask him to turn the volume down. So you will all bear with me for today. I hope you'll understand. So please like and share as a comment, guys. Like and share as a comment. I really appreciate it. While we are here, I just want to say thank you to that person who sent me a super chat. May God continue to enrich your pocket in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think that was from was it from Tara Lucy Bello? I think that was from Tara Lucy. I'm not sure, but thank you so much, anyways. And also, this is also a thank you to all of my members in the family. Those of you who joined my membership, thank you so much. So I've got Abby as one of our members, and I've also got I think Life with Natu. Life with Natu is also one of our subscribers. I mean, one of my one of our members. So thank you so much, everybody. And let's dive in straight into today's topic. You all know who I am. Maybe I should do a quick intro. Wemimo. My name is Wemimo, or you can call me Wemi and Damom of 5. I remain the same Damom of 5, anyways. So we're going to be talking about a certain saga that actually started with a certain community of Nigerian in the UK. So before we even start, I even start talking about this organization, like you guys all know, like I've always said on my channel, I've been in the UK for 20 years, approximately 20 years on the 16th of February, and I've never ever been a part of any Nigerian community group. It's not as if maybe I don't want to join, but it's because I was not aware of any. This a particular one on the screen that I'm showing you right now, I only heard about them late last year, and that was because obviously there was a particular post from a guy. I think his nickname is Oluomo of Derby. So while I was carrying out investigation about this group, that was how when I found out that I think he's the founder or is the CEO or something of this particular group. So how did I find out about this particular group? I found out because this person that I've just named, Oluomo of Derby, that's not his real name, but it's known as Oluomo of Derby. He shared a post about a particular where he shared a couple of posts about a couple of Nigerians who passed away while in diaspora, while in the UK, and he shared a post about the person that passed away and how the Nigerian community should help raise funds in order to get their bodies sent back to Nigeria. So that was how, and I was like, oh, who is this Oluomo of Derby? Like, I've been seeing the Oluomo of Derby. So that's why I came, I found this page. And obviously, one of our members here also pointed out to me that, oh, she's been following them, but she has not joined their membership. So with that being said, it's crazy that as Nigerians, you've left Nigeria, obviously, to a country that it's new. You don't know anybody. You don't know anywhere at all. You're still trying to get accustomed to the new environment you found yourself in. And yes, you found a group saying that, oh, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians living in the UK, Nigerians, blah, 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 blah. And you decide to be a part of the group only for them to charge you like registration fee. While I was looking onto this website, there's this place where you can register, but you're not going to get the benefit of the organization. And also you can register and pay, I think, £12 every month. Oh no, £12 per year annually. And I was like, that money that has been paid, obviously £12 annually is not a lot. However, I'm sure there are some people who are actually doing great as Nigerians in diaspora and who will donate and do lots more. And hence why I said that I was kind of like a bit skeptical when I see organizations like this asking you to pay annual registration fee? Like, where is the charity side of it? Is it not meant to be a charity organization? Is it not meant to be a charity or organization welcoming diasporans together in a certain community? Just like we were talking last night about a certain group of person or a certain charity in here in the UK who allegedly or who has certain like multiple WhatsApp groups. If you're in Leicester, there's one in Leicester. If you're in London, like they have almost WhatsApp for all the cities in the United Kingdom. They actually have one in Scotland as well. So in that particular group that I'm talking about now, who has multiple WhatsApp groups, if you are a single person looking for matchmaking, you need to join a certain group on WhatsApp for that particular aspect. If you are a mother who's looking for maybe people who work hand in hand, we all know that some of us that don't have pali, who don't have paper, who will do hand in hand job, they will do child sitting, babysitting, and stuff like that. So if you want to join that group, you pay a certain amount of money to join. If you are looking for tech job, you pay a certain amount of money to join, like a registration fee to join that WhatsApp group so that they can show you skills or they can show you how to assess those kind of things. If you are different things. And I'm like, okay, for example, let's say for example, I'm one person who is single, I have children, I want to go into tech job. That means that I'm going to have to join like three groups, and I don't know how much this group WhatsApp group fee goes up to, but when one of the whistleblowers who was talking to me said one of the groups you pay £25. So I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's actually monthly or annually, but please tell me why I should be paying £25 in a WhatsApp group because I am single, I want to be matchmaked. Tell me why. Yes, you have a group on WhatsApp with people who are looking for cash at hand job. Tell me why I should pay to join such WhatsApp groups to be able to access. So I will say we are our brothers keepers. We say we are our sisters keepers. We say we are Nigerians looking out for one another. How does that make sense? How are we looking after? How are we looking out for one another? It just doesn't make sense. And the story of that particular charity or that organization, I decided to drop it because the people who are actually the whistleblowers, they were more or less like the middlemen for this COS scam saga that's been going on. You guys know I reported about the COS thing. I reported about it years ago, I think last year, and I think in the video I uploaded 3 days ago that this COS scam is still ongoing. So the people who brought who were like the whistleblowers for this group of WhatsAppers, I realized that they were also the middlemen who were bringing people to be scammed, knowing that that COS might come through or might not come through. So they practically had their own share. So I think according to them, they brought like maybe 7 people to the person who was selling them COS, and each person they bring, they give them maybe £2,000 per person. Can you imagine? So they were not forthcoming with all of the information I was asking from them. Hence why I decided not to, drop the story of that particular lady. You guys will probably know that lady very well. She was once popular on Tunde Ednot's page because Tunde Ednot posted her when she was talking about immigration. And I think that was when immigration was sending people back home to Nigeria with their children if their visas run out. Like, okay, you need to send your children back to Nigeria and stuff like that. And it was that post that Tunde Ednot posted of her that people were giving her woto that she has multiple websites, she has multiple WhatsApp, they are collecting money from people. How is that you looking after people? It's just crazy. It's just crazy because it's just like me saying that, oh, because I want to give you details about how to become a nurse in the UK, you should come and join my WhatsApp and that you pay £20. Tell me how that makes sense when those information are widely available out there, and the information that you're asking people to come into this closed group to come and get from you, you also got those information free. Hello, Ademikwe, my brother sister, welcome. Those information you're about to share onto people, you also got those information free. And this particular lady, she's only been in the UK for how many years? Maybe less than 5 or 6 years. And she asked, like, I see all of that shenanigans on social media, how they go on cake, on parties, clubs, on her birthday. You see all the girls all dressed up, giving her extravagant gifts. I'm not saying you should not charge. It's a different case if you're actually providing what is not already out there on the streets. But when what you are providing for them is already stuff that is available, readily available out there on the street, you're just using it to make money off people. Hello, Anna Special, my beautiful, how are you? So for me, there's no way I'm going to charge anybody for information that's already out there on the street. But if you want to speak to me personally on personal level, yes, maybe I might charge for my time, because like I know a lot of us, I'm one of the guilty people as well. When I want to do something quick, I don't do my research. I just try and find the quick understanding of what I want to do, and then I carry on ahead with it. But if I really want that thing to be successful, I don't want to have any issues with it, I take my time. It's just like example. I can also start posting videos every day But then I'm not the kind of person who wants to post video out there without getting my facts. You guys will probably notice from some of the videos I made that at times, the way I've rushed the video, you will know that I've rushed the video. So what am I trying to say in essence is that these organizations that call themselves Nigerians living in the UK, there was a case of mismanagement of fraud of funds. So let's get into this particular one. So they call themselves Nigerians living in the UK, and I went onto their website, and this is their website. So this is about them, about Nigerians living in the UK, Nigerians in the UK. That's all about them. If you want to read, you can pause to read, but we're just going to talk through. So I decided to go to their website to actually see what they do. So that is about them, okay? Helping Nigerians. Obviously you've come home from where you are, you've come to the UK from Nigeria, you don't know anybody. So that's the Oluomo of Debbie. So this guy here is the Oluomo of Debbie. His name is actually Benjamin Kuti. Okay. So he's a according to him, he's a public analyst, good governance advocate, entrepreneur, and CEO, everything the UK. So this person here is a president, and obviously they've got this lady here who is Violet eBay. I think she's a solicitor or something. So all of this information is available on their website. I just want us to have a kind of like understanding of what this website stands for, or what this page stands for. So they are a proper organization, okay? They're a proper organization. So they have this guy here as well. His name is what? Sikiru Owolewa or something. So they have this guy here as well. That's practically what is on their website, because I was like, no, let me go and snoop, let me go and look at what they are doing on that website. So they have their constitution there, the proposed constitution of the Nigerian state of the United Kingdom, and all of their gallery pictures of outings and stuff. They have like maybe on their channel, on their page. So that's what is on their website there. Excuse me. So to join their WhatsApp group, so look at that. They have various groups everywhere. They have groups in London and South, London groups in Sheffield, North and Scotland. I did not even realize they have one in Scotland as well, mainly for women. Guys, I'm a newcomer. I don't even know that these organizations appear that they have branches in Scotland. Even this other one that I was talking about previously, I didn't realize they have a Glasgow one. I didn't realize they have a Glasgow one. So they have branches everywhere. And like I said, guys, I've been in the UK for 20 years. I only knew about this organization late last year. So look at all the places they have branches. Birmingham, Belford, Luton, their financial report. If you're interested, you can go read all of that. How you can connect with them. They accept donations as well. They say educational support, mortgage support, community support. And most importantly, the ones I've always seen them advertise the most, especially post by that Oluomo Debbie, is burial support. Everything I've seen from that CEO or the president is always like burial support. Maybe a Nigerian passed away, then they are now trying to raise money for the person so they could, for financial support. That's mainly what most of the things I've actually seen that this organization has posted that I've seen myself. And I would imagine that is the only burial thing that they provide support for. But yeah, so they advertise jobs here, as you can see. They advertise jobs and all of that. I think they are currently trying to replace all of the people that have been accused of embezzling funds allegedly. When I saw the post that there was an issue of fund embezzlement, I laughed. Like, Nigerians, we can never we can't bypass not like moving everywhere with our attitude. Anywhere Nigerians gather, let me not tarnish all Nigerians. Now, anywhere some Nigerians gather, there's always going to be money involved, and there's always going to be fund embezzlement. Guys, let me know if you agree with this thought, or you are like, oh, that moment of no, you are reaching now, you are reaching. Because anywhere, like in most cases I've seen, anywhere that I've met Nigerians gathering together, there's always going to be money involved, and there's always going to be an issue. Okay, there's always going to be an issue. So I just want us to have like a clear overview of this organization, what they stand for, what their website is all about. Okay, and then I tried to click on the shop side of it. It was not opening. Then I click on the become a member. So that was where I found the information of you can pay. So here they said main group, to become a membership or a subscription, you have to pay £12 per year. Like I said, fair enough. £12, it's not a lot. £12 a year, so that's like £1 every month. And if you don't want to if you want to register as a non-paying member, you can register for free. So that's pretty much that about this organization. That's the website there. So let's go on to the news of what actually transpired in the group. So this is their social this is their Instagram page. I'm not even following them. That's the Instagram page there. And they basically just announce birthdays, they announce whatever it is they're having done, end of the year party. Like, you trust Nigerians with parties all the time. Please like this live stream, guys. I really appreciate it. Like this live stream as you come in, please, so that others could see it as well. So I went to click on all of their posts to see if there's any engagement, but there's not really a lot of engagement on that post anyway. There's not a lot of engagement on it. Um, like this live stream, guys. I really appreciate it. So that's me just scrolling down to see what's actually on there, like maybe what they do. But all I see is just adverts, you know, basically all of that. That's basically what's on their Instagram page. Okay, so it's not really, even if I see that, that might not even make me join the organization anyway. So the news itself was, I found it on Punch, and Punch has it here that the president of the Nigerian community in the United Kingdom on Twitter X, Mr. Benjamin Kuti, who is the president, aka Oluomo of Dabi, has decided to step down from his role as the leader of the community. And if any of you that are watching me here, you are a member, please come and share with us what you've benefited from being a member of the group. Because a few people have actually reached out to me, say, you know what, they've not benefited anything, that all they do is just chopping people's money allegedly. Okay, that's what they've been. So if you're actually watching this live stream and you're a member of this group, please feel free to come in, and I'll drop a link once we are ready to start taking calls. I'll drop a link so you can come share your views and opinions, because like I said, I've only just found this page a few months ago. Okay, so according to Punch, it reported that the president has decided to step down from his role as the leader of the community. The social media group is made up of over 75,000 Nigerians, many of whom are in different parts of the UK, and sometimes hold offline meetings and celebrations. Hello, Abby. Welcome. How are you? So Oluomo of Derby has already queued as the president of the community after a barrage of criticism from members following the running of the group and handling of finances. Like I said, anywhere some Nigerians, if there's money, there will always be an issue with money matters. So this case of these people, this group now is about money matters, money matter issues. Okay. So aside from Kuti, other group leaders also revealed their intentions to step down from their post. Oluomo of Derby, who founded the group, and other leaders wrote on Thursday about these decisions to tender their resignations via their respective X pages. Sorry, guys. So, accepting shortcomings, Mr. Kuti in his post said he would be glad to hand over to the next elected leader, adding that he took responsibility for all that went down in the community. In quote, I take responsibility for the turn of events over the years and the current unsettling state of the community. He wrote, I will be stepping down as a moderator and all posts made. So I'm just waiting for that video to scroll up a wee bit. So that's pretty much what he had to say there. So it's actually based on financial issues. Like I said, anywhere where Nigeria people they money will always be an issue. So he said here that I regret my lack of absolute accountability and transparency. And you all know how I've always been when it comes to accountability and transparency. Nothing is better than that. This, if you're able to do this, your integrity will remain intact. If you're doing anything that involves the public, especially with the public money, be accountable, like be flexible, be transparent with it. Let people know if you've not got anything to hide. By the way, if you're handling is a post where money is involved, all you have to do all you need to do is to be plain. Let people know how things are being managed. Let people know how funds are being managed, so that at the end of the day, they'll not come and say you don't chop money. And in this case now, there's allegations against this. There's an alleged allegation against Hello, my beautiful sis. I knew it all said. Hello, welcome me. I knew it all said. If all 75,000 members pay £12, that's over. Yeah, that's actually a lot of money. Yes, plus WhatsApp money. Exactly. I did not even do that calculation there. That's true. Welcome, my beautiful sis. How are you? So, like I said, anywhere Nigerian people gather and money is involved, there's always going to be an issue. And in this case now, you said there, how can you be a CEO? You're accepting donations, you're accepting membership fee from people, and you are not being transparent. Like, it's not your father's money. These are hard-earned money of people who have to go out in the winter, in the cold, to go walk. Like, guys, wasn't a few weeks ago, it was freezing cold in Glasgow here. I was terrified of driving because I've skidded on ice before, but I still have to go do my 40 hours a week job. I still have to go to work. And then people are going to work. People are still, some people are led to even donate money. And the only thing you weigh them is transparency on how you spend their money. Some might not ask. So that's why they're expecting you to be accountable for all the money that have been donated or collected. And also, like I said, remain transparent in all you do, especially when you are when you are handling a public post. When you are handling a public post, you said you want to do it because when you arrived in the UK, there was nobody there for you. You saw how Nigerians are missing their community, which is a great thing. But then people are now, people are paying to join the organization. I don't know why people are paying, to be honest, because whatever advice you want to give them, people might as well go to Citizen Advice Bureau to go seek advice on mortgages, to go seek advice if they have an issue with their rent, to go seek advice if they need a job. There's DWP, there's Job Center for Jobs. So what is it actually that this organization is actually giving to Nigerians for them to be charging £12 yearly? And then people will join WhatsApp group and they will still have to go and pay. Like, I'm in fact, the way I'm feeling right now, that woman that was talking about that has multiple WhatsApps, I feel like putting her name out here. But I'm just going to let her pass. There's a video on my channel where I called her out because she tried to make YouTube to take down that video. So they're making money, just like I knew it all said here. That's a lot of money. £12 times 75,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. And then they will still have collaboration with brands. I heard they had a collaboration with Lemfi, allegedly. That I know they were collaborating with Lemfi. So there's a certain commission that Lemfi is going to be giving whoever that CEO is. So according to him there, I have carefully thought the following decisions thoroughly in the interest of furthering our community's goals. He added, I am happy to hand over the presidency of the community to the next elected president at the chosen time of the community to conduct the elections. However, as the founder of the community, will remain you should not even be, you should just be watching. I knew it all said there's a lot of stranded Nigerians. The group could really have helped rather than waiting. Exactly. Then they chop money. All of them are driving latest Range Rover. That's what they do. They are buying the most expensive houses in London. You see them with their designer Rolex watches, Rolex suits, designer shoes. They will attend every party in London. They will be the Baba Saleh, Baba of everything in London, at the expense of what they should be, at the expense of earning people's money. And like I said, they also accept donations. There will be people, because obviously they will register as a charity organization. And charity in the UK, the government part funds charities in the UK. My church is registered as a charity, and I know churches that are registered in the UK as charities, government fund them in a way. Maybe not all, but they still get some sort of stipend from the government. So this organization now, I want to believe that they are also registered as a charity organization. So the UK government is giving them some sort of money. And then people are donating privately. People who are odogus, who are maybe they're professionals, who are actually passionate about the fact that yes, there's a Nigerian community. You see people who will donate. Abi said, by the way, following on X isn't the same as official members. They have about 900 members. I'm going to share the page on X here as well. Like, I went to their website there. They have loads of groups everywhere. Like I said, I didn't even realize they have one in Scotland. And I'm here. I'm telling you guys, I've been in Scotland for 20 years. Even with that, I don't belong to any Nigerian community in Scotland. Even the ones that I found out 2 years ago here in Glasgow, I was like, how did you guys, you share this? All of you jolly just comes. How are you guys starting a Nigerian community that somebody like me who has been in Glasgow for that long do not know that there's one, even though they've only just created it 2 years ago? And I realized that they had a summer picnic, and one of my colleagues at work happens to be a member, and I'm like, come, all of you are just jolly just come share day. When did you start all this organization in Scotland? And me, I did not even know that you guys are hosting a thingy. So she was like, oh, when next I will invite. I'm saying, it's not a matter of you inviting me next. It's a matter of the fact that like jolly just come like you are funding organizations, like you are Christian organization. They welcome a certain minister in the UK into Scotland. I'm like, and I did for this Scotland in this Glasgow, and I was not aware of all of this. Like, what's going on? I guess they are trying to hide it away from people like God, because all of us, anyone like me, if I see something like that, I will I will come and mess up their mess. I'll come and share their shenanigans if they misbehave. So Kevin said, some community groups, when you question, they block you. Exactly. See, this particular woman one, that was what she did as well. Those people that were talking to me, they were asking questions, they blocked them. That was what they did. In fact, some of the victims in that group some of the victims of COS scam were selected from that woman's group. They were selected from that woman's group. Hello, Life with Natu. How are you? Abby said, to be honest, the group has also helped a lot of people. Like, Abby, I'm not disputing that, but the help that I've seen so far when they are sharing obituary of somebody that are trying to raise funds to send their corpse back home to Nigeria. But then for people to start complaining about their expenditure and how they are spending money, then they've not been truthful. I know that the Bible says that it says where you work that you're going to eat, but in their own case, we all know when it comes to Nigerians, some Nigerians, when it comes to them, the way they use the way they when they see money, they just believe that nobody can ask them question. When they ask, just like Kevin said, that when you ask them question, they block you. They block you. You should be able to ask questions if you're handling a public post where whatever money that's coming in there is not yours. You should be able to answer questions. I'm just highlighting that comment there that somebody said, Oluomo of Debbie, I want Janduku Ole. I want Janduku Ole is like I'm robber. That's what that person meant there. You see your life outside. At point newspaper, don't carry your doings. NIUK is at Oluomo Debbie personal property. However, you are collecting funds from the public. Kowatson Yibi, MOD. So this person just like, you're collecting money from people, you're like practically calling it shenanigans, okay? Abby said, no, they are not registered as a charity. All right, okay. They are registered as a company. One of the issues everyone has. But why are they registered as a company? That's why I say they should not be registered as a company. For the fact that they are registered as a company, we make it difficult for the UK government um to actually scrutinize them in terms of how much they are bringing in. Because if it were a charity, the UK government will at least will have some sort of insight into what they do when it comes to funds or donations that come into it. So these people, they be allegedly criminal. So they knew what they were doing when they decided to register as a company. So they register it as a business, which should not be, because you said that it's a community for Nigerians. It should not be a company. It should be a charity organization. Abi said, firstly, the X group is less than 3 years old, and I think it targets younger people. And the latest Japa group who crave a community. Yes, you're right. Abi said, I've been a part of a group for a while, and I have a friend who is admin. They pay tuition fees and all sorts. All right, okay, that's great. I mean, if they are doing all of that, it's commendable. But however, like I said, the money that they are spending is not there. Some people are putting this money down, so they away people the right to know what they are doing with that money. They should come out clean and tell people what the money is all about. I think already. So we already watched this one. So this is another news from Punch newspaper. They about the news. So Abby said, yeah, I'm giving extra info as someone who has been a part of it. All right, okay, thanks, Abby. So obviously, Punch carried the news. I have to go onto Punch website to read the full story. So it says that in the account posted. So this is actually where the issue started now. So Nigerians in the UK Twitter community has alleged financial infractions in the community's operations and called on the leader to be held accountable. According to them, the expenditure moved from over £9,000 in 2023 to £68,000 in 2024. Like, come on. So expenditure in 2023 was just over £9,500, and then in 2024, it's is that even triple, or is that 100%? Is that 100% increase in expenditure in 2024? In the account balance posted, the community realized £36,000 for 2024 and just short of £3,000 sponsorship, partnership, and donations in 2023. For the end of the year party in 2023, it spent £7,500, while it was just over £5,000 for 2024. It also quoted over £5,500 for community support donations in 2023, while £813 for the same in 2024. Wow, okay. I'm trying to roll up forward to this story. So it continued. Most of these gaps further drove the members to question the authenticity of the account balance. For instance, one Oladayo on X asks, how did expenditure go from um nine and a half thousand pounds in 2023 to almost £70,000? If I'm in that group, I will ask that question as well. Like, that's a lot of jump. That is a massive jump from just short of £9,000 or £10,000 to almost 70 grand in a year. Like, make it make sense. Hello, Cindy Manuel. Abby said the issue started because Lemfi CEO mistakenly said they paid money to NIUK. Lemfi has helped pay these tuition fees and do something called clear your cart, and they surprise people with it. All right, okay. All right, okay. And I would imagine that even if Lemfi was doing this thing where, well, I mean, they are partnering with Lemfi, you let the members know. Like, okay, we have the collaboration with social company, no, this is what they are doing, no, and maybe do account of whatever it is they derived from that partnership with Lemfi. I mean, that's what I would do if I have if I have a organization and I partnered with any organization. I will let the members of the group know that I partnered with them. I'll let the organization know that I partnered with them. So if I want to do the account with them, I'll let them know so they know that okay, this is where we're actually deriving other funds from. It's not as if maybe funds are not coming in, but I get where Abby is coming from there. So yeah, this person asked a question that like what happened from £9,000 to almost 70 grand. The member added, why is there a 2023 December end of year party expenditure in year 2024 account? Exactly. He also demanded what constituted other administrative expenses as outlined in the account. Another member, identified as Riri, who was disgruntled over the development, asked for the community account on X to be deleted. Due to the alleged malfeasance, some of the leaders have protected their posts as members continue to demand answers. And that's one thing about Nigerian community. Some of the Nigerian community, when you ask questions, they think you are trying to pull them down. They've only asked questions, just give them the answer. Just like Kevin said there, that if you ask questions in any of those WhatsApp group, they block you because they think that you are challenging them. They think you are challenging them. That is not a challenge. Like if I belong to a company or if I'm part of a company where I'm paying subscription fee to, I demand to. I should be able to ask questions without the door being shut in my face. And if you're not going to answer my question, then yes, I'm going to put you on a full blast, which is to show that yes, you're not being clear, you're not being transparent. And like I said, we all can learn from this in everything we do, especially if you are dealing with the public. You need to be very, very transparent with what you do. You need to be very, very transparent. Okay. So so they did say that despite the resignation of some of the leaders, more members of the committee were not satisfied as they questioned the sincerity of the decision. You see, people are asking questions, but they are not able to answer the question. So of what use are you then? What are you really and there for? You say you are a company. It's just like if you have a business, you carry your shareholders along. You carry the people who are involved in that business. You carry them along as what you're doing. So how can expenditure of 2023 be added as expenditure in 2024? It does not make sense. It does not make sense. I'm going to recommend, guys, and then I'm going to drop the link in the comment section for use if you want to drop in. So Kevin said it is highly unlikely to be an effective leader without discipline. Self-discipline is considered a crucial foundation for strong leadership, allowing leaders to set clear goals, consistent decisions. Absolutely, you are right. You are right, Kevin. Abby said everyone was like, which money? Exactly. Okay. In fact, the CEO of Lemfi and a star were on X Space is trying to clear things up. Oh wow, I hate the fact that I missed that show, Sha. I hate the fact that I missed that part. So this is their page on X. Okay. Kevin said, and maintain accountability, which are essential for guiding and motivating a team. Exactly. Absolutely. Nabi said, unfortunately, he fell out with a moderator and she started to expose. Well, that's what happens because they will feel like, oh, you should not be questioning them. Okay. You should be questioning people if you're part of a group that obviously you brought a lot of people together. You brought a lot of people together, and I want to believe that it's because you care about them. It's because obviously for what you've been through when you were also a newcomer, a JJC in Nigeria, in the UK, you decided to bring people together, which is fine, which is fine. But then if you, like I said, if you're going to handle public funds, yeah, is a company, but then most of the funds are being generated somewhere via donations. So you should be able to let people know. Abby said, in usual Nigerian fashion, they spend too much on hangouts, end of the year party, and no grand boss. What are they doing end of the year party for? They'll go and hire hotels. They'll all of this. I mean, it's normal for them to do that anyway, but at the same time, I think all of these hangouts should be less as compared to what they're actually doing. Like you did say there earlier on, Abby, that they've paid fees, and I've seen posts of maybe where they're trying to raise funds for people to send their loved one back home and stuff like that. So it's just sad that all of these groups are there and they're asking people for money. For me, I will not pay a penny. If it's a company, why are people paying money anyway? Because Abby said it's not charity. So why are they paying? Why are they charging people £12? If it's a company, you started a company, why should I pay £12 to be a part of your company or a part of whatever it is that you are sharing? Why should I pay? Why should I pay? That is what those people who are selling COS are doing as well. They create all of this WhatsApp group. They put you in a closed WhatsApp group and they start asking you to pay. If you're a single, you pay £5 to be. In fact, it's not £5 because according to that lady, she said some of the groups are charging as much as £25 for some of the WhatsApp groups. So if you want to learn how to, if you want to belong in a tech, or if you want to get training in tech, you pay £25 in that particular WhatsApp group. And there are hundreds of people in those groups. Those ladies send me the screenshot of those groups. There are hundreds of people in those WhatsApp groups. They also have groups on Telegram as well. Lots of groups on Telegrams also charging people for money. If you want to do the childcare job, and they have a list of people who don't have paper, who are doing cash at hand job as child minder. So for them to get access to those people in that group who will babysit your children, you have to pay money to the admin to belong to that group. Like make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know, Tom says, so you carried your corrupt tendencies to UK. You see now that corruption is basically in the DNA of most Nigerians. That's people who want to do that. I've been in the UK. I've never been involved in stuff like so. Whoever, as a Nigerian, if you come here to start doing that, well, you just be ready for the consequences. If you involve yourself in shenanigans and things that will get you into the hands of the law, you just be ready to face the consequences. That's why I'll keep coming here. I always come here to blast Nigerians who are in places of power. Like I said, this case of COS sale, a certain pastor who has a church was caught via a recording charging somebody £9,000 for certificate of sponsorship. There's a man in my DM right now. He's just giving me the details of a certain company he worked with for a year. So he was given sponsorship for a year, and after a year, they refused to renew his certificate of sponsorship. And now they've allegedly asked him to pay £10,000. And this man is saying to me that since 2023, so his visa is COS expired last year. He says since last year he's not been able to find a job. He said he's not been able to find a job. And I've told him that, you know what, if you want me to call out this company, I need you to give me proof that this was a conversation. He was like, no, we only have a conversation, that if he knew, he will have recorded the conversation. And I've said to him that those people who work with you, because he's saying to me that somebody has actually recently just paid £5,000, like they are doing part payments, allegedly now, that allegedly paid like part payments to that same company. And I've Googled the name of that company, and it's a care company owned by a Nigerian in the UK. That care company is owned. I've gone to House of Business or House of something where they register their business. It is owned by a Nigerian in the UK. So I've said to this man that, you know what, I'm not going to rush. I want you to gather information for me. That person you said is who is your colleague, whom you used to work with. I need you to try and speak to that person to give me proof, evidence that they paid £5,000, evidence of the conversation they had with whoever is in charge of this care home. But like I said, I've gone to, because I have the name of the company. I have the name of the company, and I'm going to go and check. They are registered on gov.uk in this business thingy, and it's owned by a Nigerian. I have their name. I have everything, because I've started carrying out my research, because I'm going to put them, I'm led to put out their story out here on an alleged case. Allegedly, as long as we use allegedly, right, I can call them out. So this man is saying to me now that it's been since 2024 now, they've not renewed him for him, and he has a wife and 2 children. So that his lawyer has just, applied to the Home Office to try and see if there's anything they could offer him. So this is a grown man who has worked for a year with his COS, and then this company he was working with as a care provider refused to renew his COS from him, and they asked him to pay £10,000. Like, can you make that make sense? Can you make that make sense? And so this man is in my DM, and I've said to him, now, you know what? Have you consider relocating from where you are to maybe come to Scotland, go somewhere else? And I've sent him links of people who are sharing companies who are offering COS. Don't just work for all these black-owned companies. Yes, they will say we should work with our black, we should work for our black people, we should work with black people, but then black people, they are our downfalls. Like I said, Nigerians, we are our own worst enemy. How can a Nigerian-owned business be making money off another Nigerian brother? £10,000, £15,000 for COS when it is just £236? I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. If any of you wants to jump onto the stage to come share 1 or 2 things, and then we'll start rounding up, guys. And I'm going to read comments as well. I've dropped the link in the comment section if anybody wants to jump onto the stage, okay? Hello, Stephanie. Please welcome. Abby said, mind you, Oluomo also bashes Nigerian politicians. I've seen it. I've been looking at him, and I've been seeing all the things he's been saying. So he's a thief as well, allegedly. He's a big big criminal. I knew it all. Said, how can you do tech with no qualification? See, I knew it all. I wish I'm able to contact you. I will download the details of this woman to you. You probably know her. Her husband is an alleged politician in Nigeria as well. Her husband allegedly has a school in Nigeria as well. And she was in the US at a UN conference for women something. she's one of the people, like she has lots of groups and they're paying. I'm like, how can you be paid? So she will say, hey, I want to get, I want, if you show, she will go onto her Instagram page and advertise, oh, you want to learn tech? Do you want to learn tech? I'm giving free space to 10 people. And then those people will come, they will DM her, she will hire them into her group, and then bosom, start eating them, pay this, pay 25,000. So she's targeting people from Nigeria and people who are already in the UK as well. If you're in Nigeria, pay 30 something thousand pounds, 30 something thousand naira. If you're in the UK, pay so. It's cheaper. It's this. That's how they steal from people. That's how they rob people. You know. Hello, Abby. Or mute yourself. Hello, Abby.
Hi, sorry. Good evening.
Hi, Abby. Welcome.
Thank you. So Mom of Five, as you know, I am not an official member of NIUK,
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
I've been following the page for a very long time
Yeah.
on X. And like I said, my friend was actually admin and is part of the people that had to fight back this period.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if anyone is familiar with Ogbeni Dikwa as well, Ogbeni Dikwa has supervised me at uni at UCL. So he had a recent fallout
Mm-hmm.
with Oluomo. And in fact, because I don't know if you know when you Dikwa, you would know that he's quite influential on X. So
All right.
he's fought back a lot this period, and that is why we've gotten to this point. Because Dikwa said he's not quitting until he pulls basically the walls down. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened the last couple of weeks. Anyway, so first things first, I want to say that it's very important to note that the group actually started out really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
They were contributing money for people, people will be stranded, they will offer them hotels.
Yeah.
Mind you, Oluomo, of course, he lives in Derby. I
Mm-hmm.
know that the other popular moderator and his vice
Mm-hmm.
is in Sheffield. Can't remember his name now. And the other girl, I remember her name. She also lives somewhere up north. So they all live in different places.
Yeah.
And mind you, my point is they can't always come through for people besides just sending them money for food and things like that. So it started out really nicely. We had people as well here that had the money to contribute for the society, and they managed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was ACS president at my university. ACS stands for Afro Caribbean Society President,
Okay.
at University of Surrey in Guildford. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to tell you that you need money to run membership.
Yeah.
Now,
Sure.
societies in university are under the student union, and the student union approves stuff like that. And it was £5 they paid at the time when I was president. I
Mm-hmm.
was also sponsored. I managed to get sponsorship by Olu Olu, if you guys know, which is like a quite a popular Nigerian brand. They do plantain chips and poundo
Yeah.
and all sorts of
Yes.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I
Yeah.
managed to get
Happy. So you have that connect. Oh yeah. You must ship me. You must ship me those peppered plantain chips. So now that
I just found the CEO at the time and shot my shot, and they were happy to sponsor us at the time. So I managed to get them to sponsor us as well as super malts. So
Mhm.
again, all of this information, I'm sure if we go back to Facebook, this was years ago. I left university, undergrad about 8 years ago now. So this
Mhm.
is years ago, and I managed to get super malts, and like I said, Olu as well to sponsor us. So that's how we got extra money to run the society, right? So I say this to say that these things happen, and I have a little bit of knowledge when it comes to not on that level, because when I'm talking about society at university, we're talking about 300, 350, 400, 500 members. We're not
Mhm.
talking about thousands of members, right?
That's fair.
So I
Mhm.
just wanted to say that I do support the 12,000 a year,
Mhm.
only if they're clear about what the, sorry, 12 pounds, not 12,000, only if they're clear about what the 12 pounds is for.
It's for
But
yeah.
unfortunately, that was not the case. Personally, I haven't gone for any of their events, but I remember sitting back and thinking, any little thing they are doing party. And I understand that the point of the society initially was to create a community. So
Yeah.
hangouts are very important. We all know that a very big part why a lot of people are depressed in this country is because there's a lot of work, but not
Yeah.
a lot of
Of
enjoyment, right?
enjoyment. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I understand the importance of the what's it called, all of the hangouts and stuff, is to bring people together, to allow people the opportunity to network, to allow people the opportunity to leave work behind and just, enjoy themselves. So I can appreciate it, but I do think a lot of it, in my opinion, was extravagant. They were going for very grand. I remember one that they did, I think it was not last year, the year before, where they went for this very grand hall. And I don't think it's necessary. I think those sort of situations, especially here, just a normal hall by the council would be fine. In my opinion, I don't think that, and I like nice things, Mom of Five, so this is not me saying I'm against nice things. I like extremely nice things, but not in this situation. In this situation, I do not think that they should have those kind of grand events. Yeah, mind you, it's very important to note that a lot of the events were not coming from the £12. A lot of the events were, you still had to pay. So Christmas party, £50, Christmas party, £100. People still had to pay tickets. Right? So only thing you can say is that the money to start out the planning came from the accounts, but should have been replaced once people paid for their subscription or whatever to get into the venue for these events. Cool. So next thing happened. Lemfi CEO, who is like a Nigerian guy, Mr. I don't know, somehow he's very, by the way, Lemfi, just put it out there, they are very active. Lemfi, for some reason, they have a lot of ambassadors. I think if I message Lemfi, I can become an ambassador.
I think I need to message them because
they have too many.
Sponsor me.
They have too many. So it seems as though, obviously, Oluomo with NIUK became popular on his own. So out of NIUK, Oluomo is somewhat of a Twitter, what you call it, influencer, by the way, or ex-influencer, by the way. So it seems as though Lemfi had a personal partnership with Oluomo, not NIUK. And Oluomo must have brought NIUK into it, because at the end of the day, who else would need Lemfi more than Nigerians living in the UK to send money back home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Somehow, I don't know how it came out that there was that partnership. And that is how Oluomo started to have to answer questions about where that money came from, why it was not disclosed to the society that there was a partnership. And in fact, like I said, we were on an X Spaces. X Spaces is like a live show just like this on within X, or for hours. I'm telling you that every time Nigerians in the UK platform, every time there's an issue, you can be there for 8 hours. From 1 p.m. to it's a serious affair. Like, So the man came up with another member of his staff who handles UK accounts or something along those lines, because you have to remember that Lemfi is not just a UK thing. They also have African countries.
Yeah.
And this lady, they clarified everything as much as they could. Somehow, in my opinion, I do believe that Lemfi still felt the need to back him up. They didn't really want to throw him under the bus. And I can also understand why. But of course, it was not enough. And then the next thing, there was a lady as well who decided, she had an issue. She was admin. She was a moderator. She had an issue with Oluomo and just felt like, you know what, I'm tired of this dishonesty within the platform. And she decided to just let everything get known to everybody on X. So that's how it happened. So, like I said, I think about 3 weeks ago or a month ago, Ogbeni Dipo had an issue which stemmed from ownership. So apparently Ogbeni and a few other people are actually the ones that started NIUK from a hangout, a random hangout, and kind of wanted, I don't know if I would say wanted credit for it in a way, but it just came up where it's just like, this society is not yours. You didn't even create the society to have this much power.
Exactly.
Took a lot for Oluomo to step down. And then, as you know, the statement of accounts was actually requested, and that's how we're here now, and things are not adding up. People have now come out to say how Oluomo himself has also actually collected money from people for COS as well, outside of the NIUK.
Wow, okay.
That also came up. So again, in usual fashion, they've refused to speak up directly, but just using, just small talk and just using anonymous ways to speak up about it, that he's actually collected money for COS. No problem. And of course, people have accused him of buying the latest Range Rover and all of that stuff. I was like, where is this money coming from? Now, unfortunately, the last thing that came out was the moderators that always claimed that they did work for free is now come out that they pay each other £500 every month.
Okay. Was that made aware to the members?
Sorry?
Was that made aware to the members that they
It
are
wasn't
paying?
made aware to the members until somebody exposed them last week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sorry,
Last
not last week, about 2 weeks ago.
no
About
matter
2 weeks
wala.
ago. So it turned out that the moderators, Violet, the other guy that I said is from Sheffield, and Oluomo of Derby, and I think 2 other people, they pay each other £500 every month. So it's now became a thing of, okay, are you guys just admin because you're doing like, some good work for a society or a group? Or is this a second job? Mind you, Violet is actually a lawyer. So she did a lot of the admin stuff.
So,
And then also the question arose, which we spoke about, why are you not registered as a charity? And why are you registered as a company?
exactly.
Violet, a lawyer, claimed that was the advice they got for whatever reason. Some weird reason that did not make sense. I don't know. But yeah, so that's basically what's happened. Violet had to come out to say she's willing to pay back all of the money. And she came to beg for forgiveness and asked that we let the money that she's earned so far go, just because she's actually put in a lot of work. But if as a society we refuse that, she's happy to pay back, but not this year. She's happy to pay back next year and happy to be held accountable. So as far as I know, Nigerians in the UK have actually forgiven them.
All right.
And it was just based off of, what, you guys have to resign, step down, and let there actually be elections.
Yeah, I think the election they just concluded the elections. I was on their page yesterday.
Yeah. So that's basically like what has been going. I mean, there's a lot of other in betweens here and there. Like you have a group, people that have small businesses are not allowed to advertise on your group. I mean, if I have a cooking business or I have a sewing business
That's
or
crazy.
whatever, I should be able to say that should be a benefit of me joining the group. Hey guys,
Exactly.
I'm based in London. I do hair.
Exactly. That's
Admin will
what this
take
other
down
group.
the
Abby, I'm
post
going to
and
forward
ask
you
you
that
to
group
pay.
now.
Sorry?
I'm going to forward you that ladies group that I was talking about. This one that had group everywhere. So that's what she does as well. Like you can't advertise in a group. So I'm like, so why are people a member of the group if they can't advertise what they do?
Exactly. It should be a benefit of being part of the group and growing that book to that group to that level. Where I should be able to say, oh, I live here. This is the service I offer. If you are interested, come and patronize me and all. Apparently, the moderators will put down the post and ask you to pay. So pretty much, if you're not paying for ads, you're not allowed to advertise within the
Can
platform,
you imagine?
which should be the least of benefits of members,
Kevin
So
says
yeah.
it is important to always be aware of the duties and responsibilities associated with being an administrator on such platforms. Well, for them, obviously, they started as an admin or whatever, but then when they started paying themselves, they should have let this known to the members or to the people in the group, like, okay, admins, they are putting in their time, they are putting in their effort, so we're going to have to start paying them. So that's why I'm saying that transparency is very, very important. So admins were paying or moderators were paying themselves, but nobody knew what they were exposed. Should that have been the case? No. At the end of the day, even if they know that you are paying yourself, I mean, some people do it as a side also, because obviously, if I say somebody wants me to be an admin of a group and I'm going to get paid, I will do it as a side also, but aside with my nursing job, because I'm going to be on a laptop and observing things. So it's not a bad thing that you got paid, but for the fact that they were not transparent with it and they had to be exposed for it to be open to the public. So
That's
nobody's going to say they shouldn't have been paid. But then, even if they started paying, they've been paying for themselves a while, and then they made it known to the public. I'm sure the members will not frown at it. That's
of
what I
life
mean.
is
You
not
say
even
you have pay,
in
you have a
this
power over a place that nobody can hold you accountable. No, no.
in this context, they should not even have been paid. It is a bad thing. The reason why it's a bad thing is if the society needs an accountant, come and say, okay, we're paying an accountant to audit whatever.
Yeah.
How can I just be paying 3 people that we don't know their expertise? You don't pay just because you know how to, you don't deserve to be paid just because you know how to handle a Twitter page. That's the problem even with the payments, where it's just like, are we paying for expertise or are we paying for you to just exist?
Hmm.
That's
Just
the problem.
Just to
Violet, that is a lawyer, wasn't exactly providing legal
legal
advice or
advice,
legal. If she was, then you would know that the society should not have been registered as a company, but as a charity.
the
So
charity.
what really is your job? So it just seemed flimsy anyway, even earning. It was not never a good idea for them to earn any amount of money. That one did not even make sense in the first place.
You know
Because
what?
you have to let your expertise be known.
Whoever it is that advised them to go to put it up as a company, they already know what they were going to benefit from it. Because I don't think, like most organizations that I know, they are registered as charity organizations, because that way the government will be able to regulate them in terms of fundings, how they derive their donations, and all of that stuff. And then obviously, if the government know that they were not making that much, that's why I said that charities organization in the UK, the government sees give them some sort of donations at some point every year as well. So they probably went on in the line of a company because they know what they wanted. They know it is where they are working, they are going to eat. That's nice. That's some Nigerians for us. That's some Nigerians for us. And I'm not disputing the fact that they've helped in the past. I've seen posts where they donated money and stuff like that. But be transparent. Let people know what you're doing. And I was just, it wasn't know how many days I was telling you, Abby, that I've been in the for that long. I did not even know this organization exists.
Yeah, Mom of
Ask
Five,
me.
because like I said to you that if not for my friend whom I went to secondary school with, I wouldn't have known as well. I think that they target people that craves community. Like for instance, people like me, I came here from college. So I already made friends from when I was about 15.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to be in a situation where I crave community as much as people that just moved to the country 3 years ago. I've
Yeah.
had enough time to create friendships, create a community. I have enough family here. I have friends. So I think for them as well, in a way, they kind of, should I say, prey on the vulnerability where it's just like, oh, I've just moved to a new country. I need people. I need people, you
Mhm.
know? So I think there's that. Also, I think that they definitely do target younger people as well. So if you're in your own little bubble, you won't really know about them.
Yeah.
Is this drama, all this drama that exposed them? Mind you, there's Nigerians in the US, there's Nigerians in Canada group. They don't have as much drama as Nigerians in the UK. Granted, Nigerians in the UK group is larger,
Yeah.
but just I think this drama is what has even made them known. They were not known now. Last year, who knew? Early last year, who knew NIUK?
Me, I don't even know. I did not even know them. It's a shame. It's a shame. But then, so Obiajilu said, can I ask, are they filing accounts for year? Are they filing VAT for sales they are doing? I don't know. Are they selling? They are not selling anything now.
Obiajilu, we don't know what they're doing. Up until
Oh,
about 2-3 weeks ago, was when people called out for a proper system. And so apparently the plan is in the next couple weeks, like Mom of Five said, they've already put up their elections and stuff. They
mm,
literally had a couple people there's a couple older people that they call Egbo on the site, that are that have now had to come and speak up and say, you know what, we are going to moderate in the time being until we can fix things. Some people that are trustworthy. There's one doctor, there's one auntie as well, one Yoruba auntie, I can't remember her name. Like I said, the likes of Ogbeni Dipo, if you're big on social media, Ogbeni Dipo is he's quite a popular person in the whole CV job education space.
mm-hmm,
These people have now stepped up and said, for now, excuse me, for now we're going to leave things like this until we get proper elections. Like I said, even when I was ACS president, you get elected every year. And so there should be something like that where it's just like nobody should own the society. You can't own the society. It's like Tinubu coming to say that he owns Nigeria.
mm-hmm.
You're just representing the society and the spokesman
Exactly.
for the time being. You don't own, you can't rule like you own.
Exactly.
So
I
that's
know.
the issue there.
I
Olu
felt
Omo,
they
he
decided to go down
acts
that
like
lane.
he owns the society, and he's
They
not even
decided
the one that started the society.
they just decide to go down that lane of a company just for their own selfish act. I'm sorry, but that's just how I see it. That's just how I see it. Anyway, thank you, Abby, for helping shed light on that regard. So for me, would I advise any Nigerian to join any group? Hell no. Because like I said, if I can survive in this country on my own for 20 years without joining any organization, then you can do it. Then you can do it, because the Nigerian people don't play it well for London now, for anywhere in the UK you want to go. So you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. You can go to the O1 base happening everywhere. Okay, Owambe is happening everywhere. You still no matter how you say you don't know anybody, you still see Owambe to go. So those organizations, I'm sorry, they are just there to, like, pick on people. Obviously, the JJC, the just comes that just arrived, and I understand clearly, just like Abby said, they obviously the Jackpas who have just Jackpa. They are new. They are in a new environment. They want to make friends and stuff like that. I will even say that people who are now coming abroad nowadays, they now have it easy. Like in my own time when I came, the first place we arrived in was in Leicester. I no see person will be blackface. The only person who I saw or who lived in that area of Leicester was Colville. If anybody knows Leicester very well, we're living in Colville Avenue. No black person. That family that we were staying with were the only black people, and the woman was a white woman. There was no black person at all. I'm talking about 19 and a half years ago. And then we decided to move to Leicester. And then when we moved to Leicester again, up out actually into the city center of Leicester, they will see one or two Nigerians, one or two people. The first time I met a Nigerian on the road and I spoke Yoruba with her, I was like, so Nigerian people there for this Leicester? So people who are now arriving now, they have it better now. And to be honest, like I said, I don't see the need for them joining these bloody organizations. I'm sorry.
I
They
think
meet in here. I don't belong to any organization. I've even helped, like I said, yet I met 4 Nigerians in the past 2 years here, and they are doing fine. I hear from them every other day. They've like, oh, from your channel, I met you. You came to meet us. I even helped them secure a flat. I've done even much more, and I don't expect. I'm not expecting a penny from them. We can do that for ourselves, and I know some Nigerians have actually, messed that up. Even with that being said, out of the 4 people that I've met, there are other people I've met who are a couple. I helped them with accommodation, and then they were the Jehovah Witnesses, the way they are Jesus people when they are begging for accommodation. Immediately they move in like this, they turn to something. You don't know who I am? Do go and ask of me in Nigeria. I'm like, we are not in Nigeria, we are in Glasgow. Me too, I will show you the kind of madness me too I know and I have in this Glasgow, And I'm like, at the end of the day, if we involve the police in this case, the police is going to ask you whose name is on the tenancy of this flat. And it's the person whose name is on the tenancy of this flat that will get to stay, and you will get to leave. That was when the stupid boy kept his mouth shut with his wife. And I'm like, okay, you want me to go and find out who you are in Nigeria? That kind of a thing. But still, would that stop me from still helping people when I meet them? No, it will not. It will not. So for me, in my own opinion, I don't see the purpose of joining this organization. I'm sorry. I don't see the need of.
I think that I've lived here for 15 years, and I think it's actually my 16th year. And I think that times are also different. Personally, just like you, when I first came here, I went to Essex. It's not like I came straight to London. I went straight to Essex, and there were literally no black people. In fact, I remember where we were living at the time as well, there was just a very terrible case of like racism and even like egging cars and doors and stuff like that. So it was pretty bad. It was pretty obvious that was not the so. I mean, obviously, it's changed drastically since then, where people are more open. So I understand, but I think that maybe there's a very big part of us feeling like we did not have it as easy is that it was very, I don't know, I think things were very different. I don't think that we can really compare. But I want to say something that might offend people. This is just a personal thing outside of NIUK. And the fact that I think I do consider myself someone that has done pretty well for myself, for my age and where I'm at career-wise. And I think a very big part of that, how far I have come, even during uni, is the fact that I was open to meeting people from other nationalities. I think that I'm kind of tired of Nigerians sticking to themselves unnecessarily. You do not need a society. You need your one cousin, your one friend.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It's fine. This sticking to each other has caused a lot of problem. It has also caused us to not have enough information.
Exactly. We're only sticking with ourselves.
Exactly. I have a friend who sadly was deported about a year and a half ago. And in my opinion, a very big part of that was because she did not have enough information. You're just stuck in Woolwich, where every corner you're hearing Yoruba. Every corner you're hearing Nigerian music. You're stuck in Peckham. This is a genuine concern. I'm not looking down on anybody, but I know that I never wanted to be in those situations. I know I never want to be. I don't want to come out of my house and everybody around me was speaking Europe. No, if I wanted to do that, I would stay back in Nigeria. You need to come to this country with a fresh mindset
Yeah.
of improving your mentality and diversifying your and what's called your abilities. You can't just come here, want to go and stay in Nigerian area, and that's all you know. All the other information you have is very Nigerian and not enough, because this is not Nigeria. You need to mix up. That's just extra notes. I'm tired of seeing Nigerians come to Nigeria and want to feel like they're in Nigeria.
Exactly. It
Same thing
can't
with
be like,
food.
oh,
Same thing with
exactly.
anything. What is wrong with you actually exploring and just opening up yourself and your mind?
Exactly.
You come, you don't want to learn anything else. You just want to stick to your Nigerians. You want to have Nigerian housemates. You want to only live in Southeast London. Why?
That was why when we made the move to Scotland, I did not even think about it twice. There was an opportunity for us to stop in Manchester. I'm like, no, we are not staying in Manchester. It's Scotland we are heading, and in Scotland we are going to go. So I'm just gonna read the comment here. Obiajilu, also Obiajilu is an accountant. Thank you so much, Obiajilu. I intentionally left your comment on the screen so that people can read. Just say you said they cannot pay themselves without a proper payroll process. That is pure fraud. Exactly. I know when I was reading that case, I knew it straight away. They were all fraud cases. Hello, David, welcome. I knew it straight away, so I definitely agree with you there. Thank you so much for that contribution, Obiajilu. Guys, we are rounding up, but we still have another 10 minutes. I just want to be here for an hour, 15 minutes. I've dropped the link in the comment section. If anybody else want to jump on,
Sorry, I want
please.
to address David's
Yeah.
question. Dear Abby, how do you want a freshly arrived Nigerian abroad to just mingle and easily have trust with other people that are strangers? I understand your point, but it's not practical. Maybe year 5, 7. Unfortunately, that's why Mom of Five did not come here as a child. I came here as a minor, so our experiences are different. Where I met my friends at school, right? I met my friends, like I said, I came here for A levels right after secondary school in Nigeria. In fact, I took a gap year because I'm one of the kids that finished secondary school a bit too early. So I took a gap year and I went to Lambda, which is London Academy for Music and Dramatic Arts, because I wanted to explore that part of my life before I went for my A levels. So I think my experience is different, where I actually made friends as a child or as a teenager. Mom of Five came here as an adult with children and a husband. So our experiences are different. I'm not saying don't mingle with Nigerians, but a lot of Nigerians want to stick to that community.
That
And
Nigerian
I
community
feel
alone.
that, in my opinion, it is not enough.
Yeah.
You need to broaden your horizons. You can't come all the way from Nigeria and still want to be Nigeria. You need information from other people. I said is my personal experience, where I personally have experienced more. A part of me getting to this point, all of the professional exams that I have done, is because I mixed up with other people
Other people,
that aren't Nigerians. And like I said, I do consider myself as someone who has done pretty well for myself, for where I'm at and stuff. And I think a very big part is the fact that I removed myself a little bit from the Nigerian community. Mind you, 90% of my friends are Nigerian, so don't get it twisted. I'm a very Nigerian babe. Like, I don't joke with my Nigerianness at all.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is very important to not stick to Nigeria. You don't get enough information. You don't diversify your abilities. Like, there's so much you get from just mixing up. So yes, it might not be practical, but you need to try. You cannot come from Nigeria and want to still feel like you're in Nigeria.
You can't be Yoruba and say you want to stay with the Yoruba community alone. You can't be Igbo. You now say, all my life I will stick with only Igbo people.
Exactly. The idea is you should want to improve yourself, and a big part of
you should integrate. You should integrate.
Is you understand? So it's not practical, but you knew you were coming to the UK. You're the minority in this country.
Exactly.
Why do you want to come here and think that you want to
remain
speak
the minority
is Yoruba?
Yeah.
That's kind of, it's just, I think it's a mentality thing. I'm just giving it as advice. It's not by force. I'm just saying that for me, my opinion, it is part of what has helped me do better in this country.
Thank you so much for addressing that. Thank you so much, Abby. Hello, Natu. How are you, my beautiful sister? Welcome.
Hey, how are you? Happy Saturday. I kept refreshing. I thought Mom of Five said 11.
I'm going to do it 11, but I'm in a different space. Hence why the camera is not on. I'm just so right now. I was like, no,
okay.
I can't cancel this talk because it's been burning on my mind for a while. So
even though I'm not in the UK, I'm in America. I just wanted to chip in something to what Abby said.
Yeah.
And I think last year November made it 15 years for me in America. And I'll tell you one thing for free, like Abby has said. Once you leave Nigeria and you go abroad, any community you associate yourself with will determine the progress you make where you are.
Perfect. You're right. Absolutely
And
correct.
I'll tell you one thing for free. If you mingle with Nigerians, there are different kind of Nigerians. So the ones that really want you to succeed, they are not plenty. They
Sorry
are
to
like
cut
one
you short.
percent.
Sorry to cut you short now. I've always said here that the once you arrive in the UK, the set of people you meet will determine how successful you become.
Benny,
I've always said it on this channel.
no
So carry
lie.
on, my sister.
And the people that the type of Nigerians that want you to succeed like them or even more than them, they are 1% out of
Yeah,
100.
absolutely.
So, and then Nigerians have this tendency or have this attitude. Anything that they've not been able to do, they'll tell you is impossible.
Exactly. They'll discourage you from doing it.
So, and this what brings us to what Abby and Momo 5 are saying. If you decide to like tell yourself, I want to stay with my community. Somebody told me that I cannot transfer my credit at the time that I came, even though now everything has changed. But at the
Mm.
time that I came, they said I cannot start degree. I have to start all over. I have to go and get American GED or whatnot. Guess what happened? I went to a private university. I took my transcript in my hand at that time. Now Nigerians have messed it up, so you have to go through West. I didn't have to go through West. The school reviewed my certificate at that time. They evaluated it. I was
Mm-hmm.
admitted. I did a 2 year degree and I graduated. I got my diploma.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, because one of my friends that we met in secondary school, she's from Kaduna to Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, let me see her name. Sarah can't tell in case anybody know her. Don't give her a hug for me. So when I came, I was telling her, she was like, "No, I go to Adelphi. That's not how they do it. Just go there, this," and that was what happened. But before I came, a lot of people were telling me I have to get GD, I have to start all over again. And after that time, a lot of people that I've met, and I told them that you don't have to. This is how you
Yeah.
have to go. They were shocked.
Mm-hmm.
They were shocked because they thought it was impossible. They were like,
Mm.
"What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm just doing it right now." And I said, I'm like, there's a lot of scholarship. Even because of me, that my friend got some scholarship that she didn't know. That was the same person that brought me to the school, though. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't know. But
Exactly.
because what happened was that I was mingling more with people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm a social butterfly. So I was mingling more with people. I was making friends. And then this guy that is Hispanic one day saw me sitting down, Mateo. He's like, "Oh, Nati, why are you sitting like this?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't register for my course, is about to close. My first semester, my GP dropped. I lost my scholarship, but second semester I did better." He just
Mm-hmm.
told me, "Go to this professor, so and so and so." And I
Yeah.
went. Oh, my sister. That was how that man in front of me reviewed. He was like, "Oh my God, you went 1.0 in your GPA up compared to the first semester. This is amazing. Only few
Mm-hmm.
people do this, blah, blah, blah." He now wrote to the dean. That was how they gave me another scholarship that was more than the one they gave me in the beginning. Well, Nigerian community have given me that. No,
No,
thank you.
some of them,
One
if
of
they
my,
and we often hear people complain that Nigerians like this, even place of work, if they are recruiting, they will not tell you they are recruiting at their work.
yeah,
Just because
one
they
of
want
my friends, Russian girl, my best friend in school, met this girl in Nigeria. I don't want to call her name because maybe she listens somebody will go and bash her.
to.
And the girl is from a very wealthy family, but she likes hanging out with rich people. So my friend, when she went to the class with the girl was trying to be friends with my friend. And that my friend, if you cannot be friends with her, you can't be friends with her. She's from an African family too, but she's Russian. So when she started telling that girl, "Oh my God, you need to meet Natu, you're gonna love her, blah 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 blah." And then when she introduced me to that girl, me, I was in my sweatpants and my arms. What did it concern me? The way this girl just looked at me. After the girl left, my friend said, "This girl can never be my friend." After then, that girl tried to talk to Tanya. No, Tanya refused to be friendly with her. No, 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 no. There was nothing she didn't do. Tanya was like, "No, you can't look down on my friend like that." I said, "Even professors, she'll fight you because of me." So what am I trying to say? What like Abby and Mama Five has said, if you leave Nigeria and go abroad, try to associate yourself with people. I know
Exactly.
sometimes the people don't try to associate themselves because of lack of documentation. They are trying to hide. I do understand that. But if you have your proper documentation, hang around, meet people. Even these people are coming on 1 year work visa. If you're coming on 1 year work visa and you make the right connections, by the
Connection.
time it's expiring, other people,
You'll
I
be
tell
on
you, because of my professor, I got an internship at the Nigerian house in New York. That place has become my house now. I'll
mm-hmm.
just be entering people's office and be looking for trouble. And you'll be thinking, I did internship there 12 years ago, but
Mm.
I still go there as my house. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
So
applaud.
you go to school and you're like, what? When you go to school, let me tell you, if you're a student, listen to this. If you go to school, make friends with your professors. I
Ex-
don't mean make friends and go to their house. No. Be cordial with them, cool with them, ask questions. Even when you know the thing, go to their office, contribute, do extra credit. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Always
Yeah.
reach out to them. Yeah. Let me tell you, my last thesis for my senior semester, it was extended for 6 months. Do you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I told my professor that I broke up with my boyfriend and I'm dealing with heartbreak and I can't write anything.
Yeah,
So
they'll
they
give
give
you
me
time.
6 months.
Even though
They
it's
give
not,
me six.
even though
I'm
the
telling you.
lies true, but because of that, because of the relationship you've built, because of
Yes.
there, being open to meeting people.
I
So
let,
that's how
let me
opportunity.
tell you, because of that relationship, this is my non-profit I'm doing. So I have a non-profit in Nigeria that help women with breast cancer because
Mhm.
I've lost 8 family members to breast cancer. I think me and Navi have spoken about it.
Oh, I'm so sorry
I think
about that.
because of that, one of my professors is trying to link me up with my school, my alma mater, to see how they can come in. And I've
Mm-hmm.
made my first meeting with them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you
Absolutely.
didn't do that, they are white people, Jewish. They are not Nigerian. The African lady that they linked me with, that was trying to help me, that lady has her own NGO. The moment I came into the scene, she feels like I'm going to take everything away from her. She didn't even want them to help me.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So honestly, if you can mingle with people, I don't have problem with people joining WhatsApp group, but social media has made it easier compared to 15 and 20 years ago. It has made it so much easy. There are a lot
Yeah.
of things that you can see in social media, a lot of groups that you can join in social media for free. Anybody that has to ask you to pay for something before you join something like that, you should just know.
If you're single, dating app,
You
some
should
dating
just
app they are
know.
single. And then because they want to link you away, because they want to link you up with another Nigerian man or Nigerian lady, they
Let,
just say, "Okay,
yeah,
so
and let me tell you, if you want to mingle with single Nigerians, you don't have to join WhatsApp group to meet single people Nigerians. Go to Nigerian parties, go to
exactly.
Nigerian events.
Go
I
to
didn't
Nigeria,
do that. I
even
really
those
didn't do that.
Igbo churches, you will see Nigerians attending Catholic churches now.
Yes, go to Nigeria. Go to, if you don't want to marry a Nigerian, like okay, I want to meet with other black people. Go to black events. Join all these black groups because I
Exactly.
sell perfume oil. I'm joining all these perfume groups on Facebook and it's free. I've made
Exactly.
so much
You
platonic
start
friends
from
on those groups.
the free stuff, and then when you start to get all the attention, and you think, oh, okay, you want to go into the paid stuff, and then from what you are making from the free space, then you can move on to the paying stuff. But you just want to jump straight into paying, like before you know, you just realize that your tithe is going to those groups that you are joining.
And you know what is that problem? That problem what brings me to Nigerians, the attitude that we have from back home, and how
Mm,
a lot of clergies, pastors, and malams have been using a lot of people. Because we are too freaking lazy to do stuff by ourselves. You think that you are too far from God. Your
mm,
malam or your pastor is closer to God than you. So
mhm.
if your pastor pray for you, it will happen. If you pray by yourself, it will not happen. So anything they tell you to do or bring, you bring so that they will talk to God on your behalf. That's the same thing why people are paying to join that WhatsApp.
Exactly.
That's the
Honestly,
same reason. I'm from the north. A little thing, people will call their mala and talk to him and send something. Talk to him and send something. Talk to him and send something. You and God, the distance between you and God is your knees to the ground. It's
exactly,
not hard like that. So
exactly,
God will
I
help us.
think
Sha.
that is also part of the issue we've had where it's just like, why do you need an agent to apply for your visa? Why can't
exactly.
you not just do it? Like, it's the same system all the way where it's just like there's always Nigerians are always looking for an easy way out, which is why it's also very
From that
difficult.
video of that I dropped about the COS scam, there's a
Yeah,
comment there telling me that, oh, is it okay if they pay an agent for 10 million? I'm like, why would you pay an agent for 10 million? Why would you pay an agent 10 million to help you get a visa?
exactly. Because you see, Mom of Five, again, like, and the reason why I don't like commenting on certain things, is including immigration, since not we've spoken about this, where it's just like sometimes when you've sorted yourself out,
Mm-hmm.
people feel like you're speaking from a place of privilege and no longer have empathy
Empathy
for
towards
people that have not sorted their immigration status out. And I've said this before in other topics. I don't feel like I'm the right candidate to speak about these things.
you.
However, I'm still Nigerian, and I
Yeah.
understand one problem Nigerians have is they like the easy way out. You don't want
Exactly.
to read, go on
Shortcuts.
uk.gov website to read for yourself. You don't want to read anything. I'm about to travel. I went on the Indonesian website to go and read that I need a visa on arrival. I need this, I need that. Nigerians will not go and read that one. They
Go
will
and
go
read.
and look for agent they will pay to read that one for them and translate it pretty much because that is what they're going to be doing.
Mm.
That is what you're going to be doing. So I think part of the is the same thing, is very similar, where it's just like, even from visa application, you don't want to do it yourself. Also, a very big part of it is fraud,
Yeah.
mago.
Mm,
Obviously, an agent is here trying to tell you that they can provide extra documentation that you don't have. That in itself is an issue.
exactly.
Why are they providing documentation that is not yours for you to be able to have a visa? You
And
now
you
come
need
to
to
the
pay,
country,
and you
you're
need to come
stuck.
where you get peace of mind.
You now come to the country, you're stuck. You will not call me now, Abby, your friend from 20 years ago, and I tell you I don't have space in my house. I'm not a wicked person. But why have you come to a country and you're stuck with no plan? I know
Exactly.
Nigeria is very tough, and that's why I don't like to speak about this thing, because if Nigeria was nice, nobody would be going through this in the first place. But you
Yeah.
yourself, the only reason you're a victim of a scam is because you're greedy,
Exactly.
because you're not going about things the right
Right
way.
way.
That
Yeah.
is why they are taking your money. And now you can't even open up because you've also committed a crime. You're an accomplice to the crime. You can't talk. You can't
Exactly.
talk because you shouldn't have paid that money in the first place.
Exactly. Just like I
You
was saying now
shouldn't
that
have paid
with
money
that
in the
video
first
that I
place.
made about the certificate of sponsorship, there's two people in my email. Somebody just said they've just relocated back to Nigeria after how many years from in the US, and then they open an account with statutory money. Before they know it, all the scammers go hold of that account. They've taken out all the money in the account. And then just like I was saying, this man that he sent me a DM. In fact, let me go and read the message he told me. It's on my Instagram. But I said I was not going to share that story until I get like enough proof from him. It was actually said like, oh, if I knew, I would have just recorded my conversation, because he reacted. So he sent me a message, and it was like, good evening. I watched you on YouTube about companies selling COS, especially Nigerian. Where I worked, they gave me 1 year sponsorship. After 1 year expired, they didn't renew it because I didn't pay money. Others, they gave 1 year sponsorship. Some paid £10,000, £15,000. I was given a letter to look for another sponsorship. Up till now, I have not gotten because everyone is asking for money. Then the person gave me the name of the company, so I won't mention it here just now, but I'm going to do a video and I'm going to be calling out their name allegedly. So maybe I should just put the name of the company out there allegedly. So allegedly, the name of the company is Total Health Support and Training Services Limited, based in Reading. That's the name of the company allegedly, asking for money. And when I went to gov.uk to go look at the page, it's a care home, it's a care thingy, and it's owned by a Nigerian. Is owned by the Nigerian. So I asked the person that, do you have the proof of when you were asked for money? They were like, oh, no, that, the manager just speak to them that, they don't, he was like, oh, if he knew, he would have recorded the conversation. And this said to me that, so he went on to say, that's the problem. Once you chat with the manager, she always deletes the messages and she always tells us they don't collect money for COS, but my colleague will go and pay the money to her. He continued, one of my close friends paid to her and told me she paid £5,000 and we balance it later, that it should not tell anyone. So I've asked this man now, if that your friend that have just gone to pay, can you ask that your friend to find a proof of that 5 grand? What account did he pay it for? So I've asked him if he's able to ask his friend for that. So he went on to drop a voice message as to why he's here. He's here with his wife and children. He was here first, and then his wife and children later joined him. He's also looking for the care job. And I've also forwarded him gov.uk. I forwarded, hence why I suggested to him that, have you considered relocating from where you are? Maybe if you would change location, you might be able to find a job. Because there's a video of a lady here on YouTube, on Instagram. Her name is Nogecha. Let me drop her name here. Most of you might know her or not. So she's been sharing videos about like companies sponsoring, who are offering sponsorship in Glasgow. So I advised, have you considered, I did not even say come to Scotland or anything. I say, have you considered relocation? Because if where you are is not really paying, benefiting you, why don't you consider moving? Okay. So he said he's into care job, and I said, okay, if I find anything, I'll forward to him. So I forwarded him a few videos and all of that. He went on to say that his visa has expired and his solicitor has written to the Home Office, still waiting for a reply on his status. So I was like, okay, maybe, I hope it returns to favor him. So he said he was given 1 year sponsorship in 2023, and he brought his wife and 3 kids. So you can imagine a man with 3 children, no job, no job. And I would imagine that his visa will also cover his wife and his children as well. So how are they fending? And these bloody owners of this care, who are Nigerians, are asking him to go bring £10,000 allegedly to get COS. Can you imagine?
Can't believe it, man.
Can you
And how
imagine?
much do you get paid in a year, though?
How how much does he get paid?
Sis, the
Yes.
problem is,
I don't
unlike a couple people, you have to remember that these people, Some of them, they don't even use, when they come here, whatever degrees that they had, they might not be able to use it, or it might not be transferable immediately. So a lot of these Nigerians are doing some sort of menial job. Even if you're working with NHS, what are you doing? Healthcare assistant on one thing or the other. So think about how much they have to work. That's why you have people that are working 18
That's
hours.
what I'm
20
asking. I
hours.
said, how much are they earning that you want them to bring $10,000,
Exactly.
£10,000 to you?
What's the minimum wage in the UK, in London? Because I know the minimum wage in London is different from in Scotland. What's the
I
minimum
think
wage?
it's like, is it not like £8 something?
Let me see. So minimum wage for over 18,
What,
is
£13 something or
11
something like
pounds
that?
44. No, it's gone up to, so it's going to go up in April. So it's currently 11 pounds 44, and it's going to go up in April to 12 pounds 21. That's how much they get paid. That's the minimum wage. Can you imagine? And they're asking somebody to go and bring 10,000, but somebody that has 3 children with a wife to go and bring 10,000, 15 pounds to get certificate of sponsorship. So I really hope this man will put his effort into get me that proof, and I'll put that company on blast. In fact, I'll be the one to write a letter to the Home Office with that company.
Wallahi.
Even outside of work, this same thing is happening with even accommodation.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the right, I guess, immigration status. They can't just, a lot of them that are in that situation can't just get regular housing, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't really prove much with their pay slips. So
And
what
that's when they
happens
ask them
is
to come and pay 6 months rent and 1 month rent and
exactly,
6 months deposits.
that's one. Secondly, some of them now go through this our community to get a Nigerian landlord or whatever that will give them a room. And what happens now is that where a room is meant to be £700, for instance, you end up paying £1,000 because that
They-
landlord feels the need to ask for more money because you're paying cash in
they
hand.
probably know you don't have a job, or you don't have the correct paperwork.
Exactly. So it's not just even work. Landlords are doing it. I know for a fact that my friend went through that with her landlady, a Yoruba lady, who was also like, she's a nurse as well. My friend that I said got deported, rented a room from her. And that was the situation where this girl was living somewhere where she has to pay only like £500, but she has to pay £1,000 because she didn't have a choice, because she was paying in cash, because she had to have like a cash in hand like
Yeah.
job. She was doing like fashion design. And so it's just like even landlords too, because that woman now, what's her reason?
Exactly, for
She
hiking it.
wanted to charge someone that's like her daughter's age that much rent, knowing her situation.
It's just crazy.
So you don't even have enough to now save for your visa, because don't forget, visas are also really expensive.
Expensive, and this is every year. Every year they are inflating the price, the cost.
Now that this government, they want us to now come and start renewing visa every 2 years.
Every
or
2
15
years.
For 15 years.
Lots of people are going to go back home, or lots of people are going to end up being stranded, and they are for their deportation. The kind of Nigeria go plenty among the people that they are going to be sending back. I'm sorry to say this, but it's the reality. It's the reality. I know of someone that is running Elter Skelter now. Running Skelter, and I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? I told you when you're coming in, you can't come here with a 6-month visa and you want to stay. You come here with 2 children. I told you. Now when I was telling them, they're giving them the advice, I was like, hey, what's the enemy? Now I'm like, come, even my own house is not big enough for my own children. I don't have space for you. I'm sorry. I told you, if you want to come visit visa, come to see how it looks like, and then you can help you decide if you want to bring your family. But no, the man carry family or follow body for 6 months visa. Now
They won't listen. Oh, now they want your house. If you don't give space, now you are a bad person.
now I'm a bad person. I'm like, I don't care, because I told you before you came here that maybe come first, maybe like on holiday, maybe spend 3 months and then go back and then re-strategize. What do you want to do? Do you love it here? I pretty much told him, like, this is what's going to happen in terms of rent. We might not be able to get council accommodation straight away. You might have to rent privately, which is expensive. But after a couple of maybe a year or two, you might be able to transition into a privately, a local housing and stuff like that, depending on kind of visa. That's why for me, I don't hold back when people reach out to me personally. In terms of, if you lie to people to seek advice, they will give you advice based on the lies you've told them. So I'd rather you come to me, be legitimately clear about what you're coming to speak to me about, because it's based on what you speak to me about. I'll be able to offer you advice and say, okay, these people that I know, this is how they've gone through it. And based on what you've said, I will recommend, I will suggest you go this way. But if you're lying to me, I'll advise you based on the lies you've told me, So he now came and I'm like, okay, what happened? I actually student visa. Visa. I'm like, but what do you want to do? Are you going to go back? I don't plan to go back. But like I told you, you don't intend to go back with 2 children. God forbid anything happens to your kids. They are sick. They go to hospital. They can refuse you treatment, or they might even treat you and detain your family in the hospital because you've not paid. And God forbid you go to do one of those manufacturer or industrial work, something happens to your enemy. They will just pack your body, put it in a mug. They have plenty land here in the UK to bury dead body that has no family. I'm sorry, but it's a reality. Now I'm a bad person now because I said I don't know anybody. I can't accommodate you. If I have the space, I will, but I don't.
Mom of
So,
five, what they want is you see, every time if you go to Woolwich, when you come out like this, all of those uncles, they always know somebody that did one thing, because that's what they want you to support them, to say, okay, I know one lawyer that knows how to do it. He will give you one fake something. That's what they want to hear. Or they want you to tell them, oh, they should do immigration and marriage scam and go and marry a British citizen and stuff. I said this before on this thing that I was
that married team.
20K.
That married team, my husband almost did it.
See, I was mom of five when I think I was maybe like 22 or 23. I was offered 20K to marry somebody. To marry somebody, to give them, and I asked them, so when I finish, they will not be referring to me as divorcee when I never said so. I've not decided to marry by myself. But when they ask me, I'll say, oh, I've been married before because of 20K, So that's what they want you. They want you to always, all those, that's what I'm saying, those areas. And sorry if you live in Woolwich or you live in I have a personal problem with you because of my friend. You people always have advice of one uncle that that did something. That's how one stupid, useless uncle married one woman that I know, knowing that he had done it for 6 other women before.
Can you imagine?
It was not this woman's time. Immigration was like, something is going on here. It doesn't make any sense. Something's going on here. That's how this woman too was now deported to Shagamu.
To Shagamu.
No, it's true, because this is what those communities want. You want us that actually do things the right way. You want us to tell us what these aunties and uncles in Woolwich are telling you to do.
I think that was what that guy that I was talking about was also asking me about. Like, no, in this Scotland, you can't do anything back door. They will catch you. And like I said, I've lived in Scotland all my life, but I just arrived. We only spent a year in Leicester. And then the remaining 19 years is being in Scotland. I don't know anything about Dagbo. If you ask me, I will just point you to Citizens Advice Bureau or point you to a lawyer that I know who will tell you the way. I don't know any Dagbo auntie or any Dagbo uncle. So I'll just tell you the way it is. Ends why people like, oh, you don't have this. I'm like, okay. And the kind of person I am, I will say it the way it is. You might not like it, but that's the truth, So now I'm the bad person now because I refuse to, like I said, Mitch, I want to buy a 5-bedroom house in this country. I don't have the money, but where I am, it's not even big enough for my family. I'm sorry, I can't accommodate you. I can't. Now he's running a task getter, no job, no nothing, and you have 2 children and a wife. And like, what? I told his wife, if you love yourself, better go. Contraceptives is free. Go and get Millennial Coil. 15 years, you won't get pregnant. Me, I've told her my own because they are quite young. I'm like, if you love yourself, no more babies. While both of you are still trying to figure out how you want to live your life in this UK, go to the healthcare center. Contraceptives now free of charge and will give you. I hope she listens.
Sometimes people in the comments, sometimes they're the ones that are offering you money to do things for them. Yeah. Marry me. That's how one stupid. Oh God, I don't want to insult anybody. One stupid boy, mom of
I have somebody like that stopped talking to me because he wanted me to do paper for some. When I first came to America, because I was born here, we went back home and we came back. So when he found out that I had a blue passport, he now started telling me that there's this Italian guy that wants to do paper. They pay me $25,000, and that's how I was earning $10 per hour. This guy started insulting me. That me, I'm suffering, I'm broke, I'll have money to buy a car and do stuff. He wants to help me. He stopped talking to me till today. And I'm telling you, I didn't regret it. My spirit just did not just give me. And if I'm doing stuff, I need to get nudged. So I didn't get nudged for that one. I was like, no, I'm not doing. I get insult for that guy. I know this more. All of us
nobody will marry you. Sorry, nobody's available to marry anybody here.
They are the ones that offer you this money sometimes. Oh, they want NI number. Can you give them your NI number to work? There's another one as well of opening bank accounts. Can you open bank accounts? Mind you, you guys know that in this part of the world, a lot of our life is actually what's it called, tied to our credits and stuff.
Yes.
So you want me to open bank accounts with my name and give you when I don't know what
you go and take it to those only brothers in London or in Peckham, and honestly, you go and put money inside it.
Exactly. They offer you all. They're the ones that even offer you. We're talking about people now be saying pay this money, but some of them, like I said personally, have been approached to marry somebody. So they will offer you all sorts. I know that if I go and look for way to advertise now, that I want £50,000 now, Mom of Five, come, let's go to Dubai and enjoy. They will
Yeah.
say, come and marry. I'm telling you, I understand how
Quick,
desperate people are.
no waste time. No waste time.
It's
No waste
unfortunate. You see, I want to actually make everyone know that we're not speaking from a place, so I'm not trying to speak down on
We're
anybody
not
or
mocking
whatever.
anybody. Yeah.
Yes, we might have certain privileges now, but it's not like we always have. But that's the more reason why we're speaking up about it, where it's just like, don't do certain things. It doesn't always work out. Look at, I think Man of Prestige is speaking about it later. Portia's husband.
Portia, yeah, I just saw that as well earlier on. Yeah, that one.
Portia's
How many years? How many times that one has traveled to the US and he's not regularized himself?
That's one of the problem I have with this community.
No, it's not like that. He has entered illegally. He was deported 80 something. He was deported 3 times.
Yeah, so how was he able to enter when they deported him the first time? He entered the second
Some of
time
them,
again.
you know, back in the 80s when you are, they don't have all these biometrics that they have now. You know, yes. Because I know one of my friend's ex-mother-in-law came in with somebody's visa back in 80s. So they don't have the biometrics that they have now. That's why.
Yeah, things have changed. Mom of Five, same thing with the UK. That there was a time where you could even come with like your brother's passport, your uncle's passport. They will now send the passport back for the next person to come.
Yes.
What used to be common back in the day, even in the UK. I remember one time, quick story. One time, my dad was born in the UK, right? So he's British born, and my dad was in the Air Force. So during the time that he went to the NDA and did all of that stuff, my dad's brother sold my dad's passport. Like my dad's blood brother sold my dad's passport to his friend.
That guy is gangster.
It's a long story. I don't want to give everybody my family information, but my uncle, as in my dad's older brother, sold the passport to his friend. I even know that uncle. I know the uncle very well. I won't call his name uncle. Don't worry, I won't call his name. But he sold it to my dad's friend, and the man was able to come to the UK, start a family, start a life. My dad now has not finished his training. In fact, I was not even born at this point. I got British passport by birth as well because of my dad and everything. We went through all of this. Only for my dad to not be like, oh, we're going on holiday. At this point, I'm like 6 years old, right? We're coming to the UK on holiday. My mom, blah blah blah. My dad went to go and renew his passport in quotes. That's how British High Commission in Lagos said, "Excuse me, who is this guy?" They now show this uncle that all of us know in our family. That this is the uncle that owns my father's current passport, though. That's how they now, my father, after digging an investigation and reporting to grandparents, that's how my uncle now confessed to that. It's the one that gave, because you know how families are now. That uncle is my uncle's direct mate and friend, but he's a family friend. His brothers are also the friends to my dad and the younger brothers as well. So that one is the one that is linked to my uncle directly. So my grandparents asked him, how did this particular friend of yours have this passport? That's how he now confessed though. So back in the day, they didn't check. All they knew was that somebody is dark skin, someone is light skin, somebody has tribal marks. We all looked alike, because this one is true. I'm not even making this up. This is true story that happened to my dad. Obviously, it was revoked, and obviously the owner of the passport which is my dad, got the passport back. By the way, this uncle is in the UK. Again, I know his children, everything. Like again, these are family friends. This uncle,
can you imagine?
I do not, and his children are still in the UK. Children are even married, and so one of the children is married to someone from Ireland. I hope
their case will not be like the Windrush people.
I don't know, because I don't really know how the children got their citizenship. If it's through their dad,
length of stay,
through their mom or whatever. But it depends. All I'm going to say is that I honestly do not know the status of that uncle, but I know because I saw him at my uncle's at my cousin's wedding last year. That uncle is still very much in the UK and living in the UK. But this is how he came into the country with my own father's passports. So these things happen. But when we're advising people, it's be as if we're being haters, or we don't want you to enjoy the way we're enjoying. But we don't do things right. Also, like I said, yeah, about the whole thing with what's it called? Portia's husband. One that has that much money, which we know that the money is not even clean. All of that stuff. You've had opportunities to sort it out, but you did not. You chose not to.
Now them Sabio, me, I would laugh their matter. I was reading their story earlier and I was just laughing. Like uncle came 3 times and you did not like So anyway, guys, all we've said today, I'm sure there are lessons to learn. For me, will I advise you to join any Nigerian community in the UK? No, because don't limit yourself to a certain community. Be open to everybody. Zeno, just drop your fine to Abby. Abby will collect the fine. You're welcome, anyways. So I will not advise you to join any like Nigerian community. For me, I would not. If they invite me to Owambe, I will go. I will tie my gele. I will go and chop their food, and dance correct music and go to my house. But I will not recommend you to join any. And if you want to join, if they are starting to ask you to come and pay somewhere, jackpot out of that group instantly. Jackpot out of that group instantly. Like, be open to meeting people from all walks of life. Okay, I've heard stories of Nigerians like this. If there's any vacancy, they will not let you. In me, it was when I was sharing that my place of work, my hospital was recruiting. I did not even think about the fact that there are some people on this street of YouTube that don't even. I don't want them to know where I worked. Before I knew it, I shared that there's vacancy. That's how some mad people, some people some people who are allegedly person they sleep with person husband, allegedly I want to come and clear the street of YouTube. Some of their madness are following them. You should be you work at so place. It seems that your job at so place you no longer want you to work there, and and so I don't blame some people that say that Nigerians where they work, if they are recruiting, they don't want to tell you that they are recruiting at their work because they don't want many Nigerians to come and be. But me, I don't even think of that. I just shared the link straight away, and my DM was full of people who are looking for nursing jobs in Scotland. So with that being said, will I stop telling people that they are recruiting? No, I will not stop telling people that are recruiting. And just like with that being said, I was at work on Thursday. It was lunchtime, and yes, my face is on the placard of my work. Like the placard they used to advertise, my face is on it with 4 other colleagues. My face is on it. I was wearing I think I've shared it on one of my videos. If you watch any of my vlogs, you see my name. You see not my name, but my face on the placard. Like Abby, when they advertise all those hospital, something else, the way they put staff's name, face. My name is on the like everywhere in Scotland. So I saw that poem, that thingy like that. And if you come into the hospital as well, you see the massive banner at the entrance of the hospital with my face on. In fact, every time I enter, the the receptionist will look at me, and I'm like, "Why are you looking at me funny?" So I was going to the canteen, and then prior to then, my face is being used as a diversity face at my work because we are diversified. Lots of people from different walks of life. All the offices, all the boards in my work has my face on the poster as the face of diversity. I did not even realize until I came back to work after a week, and they're like, "Oh, Webby, you are popular now." I'm like, "What do you mean popular?" All of them just went to go and bring all the poster. Look at your face on it. You are the face of this, and that. I was like, okay, great. Even the people that I don't even know, they know me. So with that being said, I was going to canteen on Thursday to go and get lunch, and then I saw these 2 black men. One is quite huge, the other one looks like a small physique. So obviously, because I saw that they were white black men, I was looking at pressing my phone. And as I was pressing my phone, as I was about to walk past, one just called my name. Where Mimo? I was like, sorry, I don't know you. Oh, you are much popular than you can ever imagine. I'm like, oh, it was like, oh, don't worry, but yes, you are very, very popular. And the other guys were like, oh yes, my sister, you are very, very popular. And I'm like, I am sorry, are you new here? Or do you just judge? He was like, no, I've been here for years. Apparently, he works at the booking office of the hospital. And he was like, no, he's been here for years. I'm like, how come I've not met you? And when I look at the person's name, I know his brother who is an accountant. And I'm like, okay, so with that, mix with people. Just what I'm trying to say, mix with people. You can never imagine him telling me that I'm popular more than so him saying that I'm popular. I feel like maybe my face being on the banner, being on the door of all the offices in the hospital is how he got to know me. But how do I know? But what we are trying to say in this is this: don't restrict yourself to the Nigerian community. You wonder why all of the children all of me that I'm born, those of us that have children in this generation, in this Gen Z generation, you wonder how they are all going for white boyfriends. Abby, I know we're talking about this. A few of the people that I know, African, all of their daughters are going for
Nigerian men are very stressful, I beg.
They are going for white boys. My daughter has a white boyfriend, and I was not expecting less. I was not, in fact, my colleagues at work like, oh, it would be lovely to see a mixed baby with a beautiful curly hair. And I'm looking at them like, what are these people talking about? But I've grown to realize that that's going to be the reality, But don't restrict yourself to one community. And when we are giving you advice, when we're having talks like this, it's not because we want to tarnish Nigeria anymore. It's not because we want to ban it or shame Nigeria. No, but as for that, Nigerians are behaving badly. That bishop that they arrested, I'm still going to come and I'm still doing the story. I just want to get back home, set my red light before I come and do that story about that bishop. He cannot go by. That bishop cannot go by my channel. I must talk about him. So what we are saying in essence is this. I've always said it. If you want to japa through the legal means, which means that you are able to get a job here, you're able to just live like a simple life for yourself, and that way you build yourself up. If you're coming with visiting visa and you want to come and live here, you are your own. You are on your own because you sleep in this. When you sleep in car park tire, you will sleep in car park tire because life is even harder for people who don't even have means of working. You don't have anything to regularize yourself. It's hard. It's hard. And like I said, I will not recommend you to join any committee that they're asking you to pay money. There's plenty like that. If you want to,
It's so unfair. The struggle is already real.
it's
We're already
just
the minority.
not
Like,
going to
come
come here.
on, man.
You know,
Come on.
I just send you the name of that group.
And I told you I know the woman, but I know her for her other viral videos. I know her
now
for,
she will come here and talk different things. Tech today, something tomorrow. She has multiple WhatsApp groups, and she was
I know
from
her for her normal viral videos. I didn't know that she was involved in some sort of
she
immigration
is.
scam.
In fact, one of our brother, I think
Oh
our
my
brother
God.
was one of the that had issue with immigration, and then that was what prompted her to make that video that Tunde had not shared, and people came for her. People were like, "Woto, that you are charging people for your WhatsApp group." She has already blocked me all on my Instagram page, so it was my business page. I used to go and find her now on TikTok. She blocked me because I said she made a video and she asked YouTube to take down my video. Luckily, it was only 50 seconds of my video that I used, and you people were like, "Sorry, there's nothing wrong
That's
with this
fair
video.
use. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with this video." So they did not take it down. And I've told her that God save her, that assuming those ladies continue with the information they were giving me, I was going to put her on full blast.
That's the thing about the reports is that I understand why Nigerians also don't report, because it almost seems like you're also going to be putting yourself in some sort of trouble, which is why we're saying that in the first place, don't even be involved. The minute you're asked to pay for something you know you shouldn't be paying for, don't even bother paying, because you're also implicating yourself.
That's why I said that if you are paying, you are a criminal, and if you're not talking, you're also a criminal.
These are the issues. Because if you have to see what we're saying about Portia's husband, that be ex-husband Simon, this is the thing as well, where it's just like sometimes when you start out like this, you don't know how it will end. So when you finish with this COS that you paid for, you don't know what was waiting for you in front. Because if that person is now arrested or caught for somebody else's sake, it will still affect you. Look at what's going on with all of what Kemi is doing. I know if you have any criminal record, you cannot do this. You have to be very careful and keep things clean all the time. So because don't always, and that's another problem I have with Nigerians. I feel like a lot of Nigerians are very short-sighted. You just want to sort out things for next week or next month. But what you do this today in countries like this that keep record.
Yeah.
These countries, they keep record. You're in America, you're in Canada, you're in the UK, whatever Western country, they keep records. What you do today might affect you in 10 years.
Absolutely.
It might not affect you, it might affect your children. It might not even affect. This is what we're saying now about the little story I said. Like, how do you know that the children now, they don't lose their neutralization if they got it from their parents?
They forget, but you know,
Nigerians can be very short-sighted. Think about the bigger picture. Think about things in the long run. And again, I empathize with Nigerians that are going through this struggle. It is not easy. If our country was better, we would not even be in this situation. It is unfortunate. But let me tell you something. If you're leaving your country to a country and you want better, why do you want to ruin this other country and turn it to where you came from? By doing things the wrong way. That's not nice, is it?
It's not.
So if the UK becomes like Nigeria, where are you going to go to again?
Where are you going to go to again? Exactly. That's the question, though. I've not even asked myself that question.
These are the issues. You want to turn the UK to Nigeria. Where do we go from here? You like the orderliness, right? You like the opportunities you get from these Western countries, but somehow you want to turn it to the jungle Nigeria is by bad practices and just that nonsense Nigerianness. Please.
Guess what? Where do we all run to?
Exactly. So please, I'm going to leave now, but my takeaway is my conclusions here are please mix up with other communities. They have a lot more information than just the Nigerian community. It's just very important. Nobody's saying be best friends with them, but smile with your colleagues, talk to them, mingle. Don't just decide that you can only be friends with Yoruba people, whatever. Like I said recently, I was trying to talk to a guy, David, just to talk about your Nigerian brothers. I was trying to talk to a guy, and one of the first things he said to me, by the way, I think I've mentioned before that I'm half Igbo. My dad is Yoruba, my mom is Igbo. And I was trying to talk to him, and then the next thing, like this guy, I knew he was Yoruba straight away from his name and his accent. And then this guy tried to say to me, why don't I understand Yoruba? That in fact, he feels as though we will not have anything in common if I can't speak Yoruba. And I'm just like, okay, I don't speak Yoruba. I'm Nigerian. What do you want? So anyway, he's now chasing me because I've let him on red. But the problem is him not even insisting that that was what he wanted. And I asked him, to be honest, his reasons were very silly. That's just the language he prefers to speak. Well, uncle,
You're your own then.
you're not in Nigeria. You
Exactly.
can't keep that mentality where you come somewhere else and that's the language you want to speak. Speak the language by all means. I'm currently learning French as well, because for me, I also want to learn other languages. So I'm currently learning French. Speak the language by all means, but don't tell me that that's the reason.
You have to speak that language.
I don't understand. But these are the little issues as well. That's why, again, I will always come for Peckham and Woolwich. You just go.
Peckham is Isaleko. Peckham is Isaleko. That's why I've always called it from day one. Peckham is Isaleko. Yalagbaja, they'll be chewing their chewing stick from the window.
It is so bad. It is. I'm not even joking. See, as a Nigerian, there's times I found myself in Peckham and Woolwich, and I'm a bit scared. Like I feel a bit unsafe, not because I'm scared of Nigerians, but because I'm just like, where am I? Where am I?
How did you get there?
Where am I? But yeah, so please, let's try and mix up with other communities. Let's try and get better. These countries give you opportunity. I was saying to one of my friends how I used to play tennis. I know pottery. I learned illustration by myself. I've gone for cooking classes. Let's, do things that we can to innovate ourselves and just, you want to be an interesting person. Let there be dimensions to you. When people have conversations with you, they, you know stuff. Don't just come from Nigeria where you have a country like
it's only the thing that you know from Nigeria.
Exactly. Where you can learn stuff. This country, you will go on events, Bryce. I was talking to my friend the other day about dating. Yes, because I'm a young woman. I'm still looking for a husband. Well, not looking for a husband. Husband looking for me in Jesus' name, amen. But we're talking about, I don't do the chasing, right? I attract. But we're talking about even meeting, men that, are certain caliber of men and stuff. And we're just talking about even like going for networking events and stuff. You can meet professionals.
I love to go for networking events, but we don't have it.
So just don't sit down. You go to work, whatever. Try and do other things that make you interesting, that broaden your, just go and there's so many free things to do, so many things that are £5. Instead of you to do that, you use £5 to go to Annie's lounge to go and chill with Nigerians. Like, let's do things that improve ourselves as people, because we're in a country that allows us to do that.
Yeah, everything is there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Abby, for your contribution. I really appreciate that. I'm going to read comments now and then we shall round up. Okay, 9 minutes before we are 2 hours here. So David said, I will never be an accessory to immigration fraud. Same here. Here in the US, Nigerian people hate me because I don't solicit advice regarding fake immigration. I'm the same. If you pay, I will just give you the details of the lawyer that I know. She's a Scottish lawyer. Go and meet her. Anything, your problem, go and meet her. If she's not able to solve it for you, then you are on your own. Zeno said, or demanding this from countries what you don't demand from yours. Exactly. Absolutely. David is saying, bad girl, Abby. Let Abby come for you, David.
David is my friend.
Obiaju says she's learning Italian. All right. Me, I tried to learn Germany, but I don't have the time. I can't bite my tongue. I only have one tongue. Biko. I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry. Chewing stick. Yeah, so those mama in London, in Peckham. Yatunde. Shemalosi Dustin Laney from the window with their chewing stick. That's how they thought. That's why I said Peckham is like Idumota. Because I used to go to Idumota to go and shop. If you know how Idumota is, that's how Peckham is in London. That's how Peckham is in London. The Black said, as a Abby, let's talk after the stream. Have you expanded your dating options to other race? And Abby, somebody's trying you. David, you have to come through me first. You have to come through me first. You can't go behind my back. You have to come through me first.
You have to pay agency fee.
You have to pay agency fee because that's what we are doing now. Agency fee before we progress to the next stage. Charge. All right, okay. Thank you so much. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm still gonna keep saying this. From all we've said, there are things to learn from here. Personally, for me, I would not recommend you joining any group, or don't restrict yourself to any Nigerian community. If it's free, I am all for free. Okay, if they start asking you to pay for money, if you don't think that money they're asking for can be justified, just waka, okay? Just waka and, be open and out there, open to meeting people, do things, integrate, diversify. Don't just stick to one person. That's pretty much what I'm going to say. And for people who are still selling COS, your bucket of nemesis is going to full one day. And if you are currently being told by an employer who is asking you to pay money and you don't want to report it, please just DM me on my Instagram. DM me on my Instagram, okay? I will do all the calling out and all the shading for you because I'll first of all bring their story. And if you're coming, please come with proofs of where they've asked for the money. If you've already paid, either in the past or now, you've got the proof. I want you to bring all of, because if you're able to bring all of these things, it will be easier to go to the police station to report them. And it will be easier to contact the Home Office to report them as well. And after I finish doing that, I will come and put them on the blast on my YouTube channel. I am willing to do that because I'm just tired of some shenanigans. Like, people are dying. Like, those girls told me last year that from the people they introduced, that 2 of those guys spied in Nigeria when they realized that 2 years they did not get, and the person's not going to refund their money. In fact, I think I'm going to go find those videos on Facebook, but then they were speaking Igbo, so I don't understand Igbo. I was just able to read from people's comment what they were talking about. Same thing happened from WhatsApp group. They picked their victims from all these stupid closed paid WhatsApp groups. Anyway, guys, I hope we've all learned 1 or 2 things from here. Thanks so much to all of my speakers who have been here. Thank you to all of my my members. Abby is one of our members. Life with Nancy is one of my members, and I think I've just seen notification from Zeno there. Is that Zeno's membership, or she's just giving me a super chat, or you're just buying me a coffee? Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And we are at over 16,000 subscribers now. I don't know how we grew that number in 2 days, but that's where we are right now. And guys, just be like we all said, it's not about shit Nigerians, but I will always call out Nigerians who are behaving badly. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep doing that because they tell us that we should not bash Nigeria. So we are not going to bash Nigeria, but Nigerians are behaving badly here. I'm going to keep calling them out. With that being said, Zeno said that was a late fee. All right, too. I've heard
the
you.
late fee is not that complete. Zeno, late fee is £5. You not send £1.99. Abi, one penny. Zeno, you are owing us what's $7? That's $7. Abi, you are owing us $5.
Abby will chase that fee. I will leave Abby to chase that fee from Zeno.
You are owing us $5, please.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate those of you who are new. I'm sure I saw new faces here. You are welcome. I hope you like it here. And please don't hesitate to subscribe and like and share this video so that other people will also learn, listen to this and also learn and be intentional with your money because it's not easy going to work in the cold winter. Be intentional.
Please, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there's those people have come and they're on VDN's platform, the Nedus people, the Indian lady.
The Indian lady.
There's update. Indian lady has gone on VDN's platform to show her face.
Let me go and check.
The NGO people.
All right, okay. I saw the update from him. Yeah, he said I think I read a post from him saying that he heard. So Barry Dakman said he heard that Nedu and his team wanted to sue him. That before then, that those people released their press release. So I think I'm going to do a video about that tomorrow, or maybe a live stream. I don't know because of where I am, but we'll see. Yeah, I saw that notification earlier before I started, so I will see. I will check it out. Thank you, Abby.
No problem.
So with that being said, Abby has dropped all of my social media.
Hi everyone.
Bye, Abby. Thank you so much for being here. So for any business and any collaboration, that's my email there. And if you want to send me anything based on all we've discussed today, feel free to send me an email. I'm thatmom5@gmail.com. And my Instagram handle, if you want to DM me, being the quickest option, I remain thatmom5 on Instagram. And also, I'm on TikTok as well as Just Doing Me. And Zeno just completed that money. The fear of Abby, Zeno. Thank you so much for that, Zeno. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. And I think we have a video tomorrow. And I did a video about Damilola Taylor. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the story of Damilola Taylor, the Nigerian 10-year-old boy who was killed by some gangs in London about 10 years ago. So it's been almost 10 years that incident happened. And I can tell you now, Damilola Taylor's killers are now roaming the street of London because peradventure, they only jailed them for 8 years. So I think that video is going to go live tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And I don't know what live stream I'm going to schedule for tomorrow night. Maybe we should just take a chill break. Maybe we should just take a break for tomorrow. But it depends on what I find on the street. But with that being said, Damilola and Peckham, yeah, exactly. I know. I know. So that story there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. And if you've watched till now, you've not a subscriber, you are still thinking that, oh, do I like this lady? Well, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, join my membership. And I also received super chat. Oh, and for those of you who have PayPal me today, thank you so much. I received another PayPal today. And I think I received another super chat or something from somebody earlier on. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And share, like, and hopefully I will see you once you engage with all of my videos. There's tons of videos on my channel, you will definitely have something that that you can take from those channel, from those videos. Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you, each and every one of you. Please start saying your goodbyes. I don't want to leave you here. Start saying your goodbyes. And yeah, Acharik said it's getting gentrified quickly. See you tomorrow, Abby. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely Saturday night. It's currently 25 past 9 here in the UK. I believe it's about half 10 in Nigeria. And yeah, thank you, guys. And we shall see you all. I shall see you all later at some point, okay? And have an amazing. Go to church tomorrow. Go to church tomorrow. This one, I thought you guys are all going. Bye, Lekon. Abby and Achari, we are both still speaking. Maybe I should just give you till the round up to 2 hours on the dot. Thank you, everybody. I shall see you later. All right. Bye.